Hey everybody, welcome back. So today we got another mail call, of course, but before we get to that, I want to show you some other cool stuff. I hadn't made a trip to the dollar store in a long time, but we did make a trip through there real quick. So I was actually looking for some pinwheels for my garden, because sometimes you can find some really cool like pinwheels for your garden. But what I did find was the Baby Yoda kite. They had the Baby Yoda kite. So super excited to get that, and it was only $1. 22 inches, and so we'll see how that goes. And actually today my fiance's sister and husband and niece are coming up today from Arizona, and they're going to be here like any time now, like half an hour maybe. So I got an extra one for her, and I got a Barbie one just in case she wants a Barbie one. So if she basically she's going to be my niece. So if she wants a Barbie kite, she gets a Barbie kite. If she wants a Baby Yoda kite, she gets a Baby Yoda kite. If she wants both kites, I'll give her both kites. It just doesn't really even matter. And we also got her a really cool, one of those remote control Baby Yodas that'll follow you along and all that. So we have that to give her. We got some cool, because they're going to be here through the 4th of July, so we got them some really cool, 4th of July stuff, like sunglasses. I got her some, fairy wings, 4th of July fairy wings, some other junk, plus that unicorn I showed you in that last episode. But also while I was at the Dollar Tree, I found that they have this kind of funny line of action figures called Final Faction. And, I didn't pick up the whole line of them. I just picked up a couple of them just because they were, these kind of cool-looking alien figures. So I picked up this guy, and this guy is supposed to be the Synthoid alien. And actually, I also had, weapons you could buy to go with them, but I didn't pick up any of those. I just picked up a couple of these guys. And then this guy's called the Drone. And they're kind of cool because they almost have, a metallic sheen to them. Almost like a color changing. I don't know. It's just a cool little paint job. But I thought this would just be kind of cool to kind of go along with, whatever other action figures you have maybe laying around. Just have little war scenes or whatever, maybe new kind of aliens to come and attack whatever kind of action figures you're playing with, or whatever you're trying to set up or whatever else. So pick those up. And then while we're gone, I actually did get a couple of comics in the mail. We got this old Daredevil number 169 with another issue of Bullseye. As you know, I love Bullseye. He's just, it's always been one of my favorite villains. And then I got Marvel Superheroes Summer Special 1992. And what is significant about this comic book in particular is it's actually the first chronological appearance of Rogue. It didn't come out till 1992, and of course the first appearance of Rogue was in 1979 or 1980, 79, I forget, but it was an Avengers Annual number 10. And this was actually they have a Miss Marvel story in here that was supposed to be Miss Marvel issue number 25. And see, they stopped the Miss Marvel comic series at issue number 23, but they had issues number 24 and 25 written, and Rogue actually appears in issue number 25, which they put into the back of this comic book. So it's actually written and drawn back then before Avengers number 10 came out, but it wasn't published until this time in 1992, which is kind of crazy. And they also added a couple extra pages which show the battle between Miss Marvel, Carol Danvers, Captain Marvel, and Rogue, and they show the part where Rogue actually takes Miss Marvel's powers and becomes, the powerhouse that she is. Because if you've seen in the X-Men cartoon and all that, Rogue can fly, she has super strength and all that, and that's because she stole the powers from Carol Danvers when she was just Miss Marvel. But yeah, so that's super cool to pick up. I actually opened it up and read it because this issue's a little beat up, but it's actually an interesting story to kind of go back and check out. But let's get to the mail call, because I'm going to kind of try to rush through this so we can finish getting ready for her sister to be here. Because, like I said, they'll be here any time. Last we talked to them, they're, probably about 45 minutes, an hour away. So, let's get through this. Let's see what we got. So, today we actually did get some pretty significant issues. If you're a comic person, there's definitely a major key in here. I don't know which package it is yet, but we will get to that when we get to that. Now, let's see, which is this, which is this. And of course they gave me some extra cardboard backings, which I'm always appreciative of, because you can never have too many cardboard backings. Like I said, I don't have enough, that's for sure. Oh yeah, now this guy, I've actually bought another comic book from this guy. It was that Web of SpiderMan with the first appearance of Kane and the Scarlet Spider, the second appearance of the Scarlet Spider. And I ordered these at the same time. And actually I only ordered these because I was trying to get combined shipping for that other one. And I also wanted this one. And he was only charging like $1 or $2 for each comic book. So I was just like, yeah, let's combine shipping, blah, blah. But apparently he didn't understand me, because he shipped that one completely separate and then shipped me these ones, see, I'm completely separate. So, and then the other one I got was the Web of Spider-Man number 95. It's got the Spirits of Venom series. You know, I had this issue before, but somewhere along the lines I sold it. And the only one I have left is the Spirits of Vengeance issue, where it's like the crazy art-looking, kind of green-looking, super painting of Venom, where he's like green and upside down, and he's got, you know, Ghost Rider's skull in a chain. It's a pretty cool issue, but I wanted to get it again, so I got that, and it was only $1.02. And then, of course, I wanted to get this because I've never had this before, and I think I have the continuation issue from this because it's actually Scarlet Spider defeats Venom. And it's basically the picture of the Scarlet Spider kind of like standing over Venom, kind of holding him. You know, Venom's all knocked out, and like the symbiote's kind of coming off of him. It's a pretty cool issue, but I never had this issue before, so I kind of wanted to get that because I never had it, and I'm trying to pick up all the old Venoms I can. Which actually is kind of funny too, because I just ordered Quasar number 6, and Quasar number 6 is the first appearance of Venom outside of Spider-Man comic books. So I'm kind of anxious to get that, and it's definitely an old school take on Venom. So we will see what that looks like when we get it here, and I'll show you that when I get it. Let's get on to this next package here. This guy didn't really pack this thing too crazy well. It's kind of thin. I really like it when people ship these comics in thin because it just leaves too much room for error. Let's see if I can at least get this out without damaging it myself. That would be nice. Oh, they didn't even put a cardboard backing on this one, as I can feel. It's all kind of loose in this bag here, which is no bueno. So hopefully it didn't get damaged inside. I'm not quite sure what issue this is, but hopefully it's not a good one because it's not very well packed. Oh, now of course it is a good issue. This is Miss Marvel number 1. Miss Marvel number 1. So this is the first time you see Carol Danvers as Captain Marvel. Or Miss Marvel they called her back then, but eventually they call it Captain Marvel. But originally she was just Miss Marvel, and this is the very first time that you see her in the costume, I do believe. So this is the first appearance of Carol Danvers as Ms. Marvel. Which is pretty cool because it's pretty reminiscent of the Captain Marvel costume that we know and love now with Brie Larson and all that. I'm pretty excited to see that new Marvels movie coming out. It's basically Brie Larson and the chick from the Vision and the Scarlet Witch show together is both Captain Marvels because, originally Monica Rambeau was a Captain Marvel in the original Avengers line. She had like a white costume with like a black star and the afro and all that. But she's a really cool character. Yeah, so there's Marvel number 1, all her glory. I'm gonna have to put her in a new bag with a cardboard backing though because it's actually in pretty decent shape for the way this guy shipped it. So I'm anxious to put it in a different casing just so it looks a lot better than you can see right now because some of this bag, the sleeve is dirty and old. Alright, let's get on to the next one. Oh, this feels like a couple in here. Let's see. Alright, let's see what kind of interesting stuff. There is a set of 4 comic books that I ordered, and this might be that, but I was trying to get one book, and I found it for cheap, and then I found on this, on the seller's page that he had a bunch of stuff for like $1 or $2 each. So I was just like, oh yeah, this is it. This is what I was thinking of. So I was just like, oh yeah, I'll buy a bunch of these because they're real cheap. And I think these are real cheap also because these came out in a time where Marvel was just producing like 1 million copies of each book. And they were doing like the really cool embossed covers. So that's why I picked up some of these because some of these I never had before. And actually one of them I used to have as a child, but I don't have it anymore. So I picked it up again. But this one I've never had. And this is the first book that I was trying to buy from this guy. This is Amazing Spider-Man number 255. So this is 3 issues after the symbiote suit is introduced into the Amazing Spider-Man comic books. So that's pretty cool to see, and this is when he's actually still wearing the symbiote, I do believe. So I'm pretty interested to see how that goes in here, and looks like the issue is in pretty good condition. I don't see any sort of damage. Looks like there's only 1 or 2 little spine ticks on it. And it's a pretty good shape for being, what was it, I think the 80s that this came out in. So that's pretty exciting. And I love the black suit Spider-Man, as you know. And let's see, and then I got this super embossed cover with the Silver Surfer number 75. And look at how beautiful that is. With all the crazy like hologram kind of chrome, and it's got a bunch of the cool Silver Surfer space characters on there in the background. But I love this cover. I never had this before, so I'm super excited to get that, and for super cheap. pretty amazing. I love like hologram, and like I wish I had a shirt that had that like rainbow-ish kind of thing going on. I mean, this shirt kind of does. It's kind of holographic, but not like that, and that'd be amazing. And then I got this. It's kind of a continuation on that one I showed you like a video or two ago. This is Fantastic Four number 375, but again, crazy chromed out cover with the crazy holograms going on. And this is the second time that you see the Invisible Woman in this costume. So that's pretty awesome. And yeah, I've never had this before. But while I was at it, I picked up one that I did have before, but don't anymore. And this is the Incredible Hulk number 400. And this one, as you can see, has the crazy prism holograms going on again. And that's pretty awesome. And this is definitely in way better condition than the one I had as a child. Because, you know, the one I had as a child was super beat up. And those last three covers that I just showed you were all in, like, perfect condition. So, super excited about that. I mean, if I had them graded, they'd all go at least 9.6 at the least. But, yeah, moving on. Let's go to what's in this one here. This one here is maybe something exciting. So, we still haven't seen that key issue yet. Let's see, what's this one? Nope, this is not the key issue. So hey, 7 the best for last. The last thing we're going to see is that key issue. Now this is just a continuation of that set I've been trying to put together of all the, you know, because I'm still trying to put together the Silver and the Bronze Age Green Lantern sets, and this is more Bronze Age Kylo Ren our set. And got them all for super cheap. Like this whole thing, I think it was like $7 for like $7. So you can't beat that, because, you know, as long as I'm only spending $1 a book, I'm excited, because if you go to the comic book stores, you're paying at least $4 a copy, maybe $3 at the best. But this way, I can get a big chunk for, you know, hardly anything. So here's issue number 71, Kylo Ren with the bat signal on the back, so that's kind of interesting. And let's see, and for some reason this guy kind of put tape in between all of them, which is a little unnecessary. But yeah. Issue number 74. It's kind of an interesting take. It looks like, yeah, huh. I'm going to have to get into that to see what that's all about. And issue number 75. Yeah, I don't like how this guy kind of stuck these together, because it's kind of hard to pull them apart without possibly screwing up with the spine. Yeah. And there's that one. And then let's see. Oh yeah, this one's kind of cool because it's kind of a take on an old Green Lantern cover from a long time ago, except for the you know, basically they're switched. So this is Green Lantern number 76 from the Kylo Ren series, and there used to be in the Silver Age series cover with this, but Green Arrow was here and Hal Jordan was here. So it's kind of cool to see a different take on that cover. So it's basically kind of a remake, but switch roles, and no Hal Jordan, of course, because at this point Hal Jordan is gone. He's off being the Spectre somewhere. And then let's see what we got here. Yeah, that's irritating that that guy did that. Issue number 77. Didn't have this one. And issue number 78. I don't believe I had this one. I mean, this one looks kind of familiar, but I don't think I had this one. I don't think there's any doubles in this particular lot for me, so that's pretty exciting. And I definitely don't have this one. That's part of the Final Night storyline. It's issue number 80. Alright, so moving on, let's go to the highlight. This is the highlight of the whole mail call right here. If we can get into it without any delay. Let's see here. And bust open this box. And this is definitely probably the most valuable one in this set of mail call. So it's good that it is actually in a box like this. Super extra packing. Of course, it's sticking to the sticky on the box. Let's see. And I finally found a cheap version of this. Because generally these go for a little bit more, but I got on an auction with it, so it wasn't a buy it now, it was an auction, and the bidding ended up being pretty low, comparatively speaking, for this book. Sometimes you can find those auctions that, you know, a lot of the auctions for these go for a little bit more, but once in a while you can find an auction that not a lot of people see, or people miss, or whatever else, and you can find something for a good deal, so you're not having to spend a whole lot of money on these books. Let's see. Okay. So this is Miss Marvel issue number 18. Now, this is the very first full appearance of Mystique. Like I said in one of my previous videos, as I showed you issue number 16. 16. There was a cameo in 16 of Mystique, a cameo in 17 of Mystique, but 18, this is the first full time that you see Mystique in the comic book. And let's look at the condition on this thing. Yeah, it's not too bad. Just a couple little flaws here and there, but like I said, I'm not trying to get like perfect conditions. I'm not one to really get anything graded. The only thing I ever had graded was that First Spirits of the Black Cat. But yeah, super excited to get that. And yeah, but I guess, yeah, make sure if you like my content, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon.